We tell stories of human. Way, not with artificial voices or AI slop. In the end, what's HFI without? Humanity? Subscribe to keep it this way. My name is Amir Sohal. Let's begin. The galaxy was very large. It had billions of stars and thousands of living worlds. Some worlds were rich. Some were poor. Some were peaceful. And some were afraid. They were afraid of one name, the Zorvian Empire. The Zorvians were not builders. They were not teachers. They were not protectors. They were conquerors. Wherever they went, cities burned. Planets fell silent. Life ended. Other species called them the shadow of death. No army had ever defeated them. No planet had ever stopped them. Until one day, they saw Earth. Earth was small. It had blue oceans, green lands, white clouds. From space, it looked beautiful. From war maps, it looked weak. Admiral Krex stood on the bridge of his massive warship. He was tall. His skin was dark gray. His eyes were cold. He looked at the hologram of Earth. "Is this the human home world?" he asked. "Yes, Admiral," an officer replied. "They're a young species. No major galactic wars. No strong allies." Krex laughed. "A soft world," he said. "A soft people." He raised his claw. "Begin Operation Cleansing." Thousands of Zorvian ships moved forward. Like dark clouds, they covered the stars. Human satellites saw them first. Red warning lights flashed. On Earth, screens turned on everywhere. News channels stopped normal programs. A serious voice said, "Unknown fleet detected near Earth." People froze. In homes, in offices, in streets. They looked at their screens in fear. In the Global Defense Center, leaders gathered. Old generals, young scientists, space commanders. General Marcus Hale stood near the main screen. He was human, gray hair, tired eyes. He had seen many wars, but never this. The screen showed thousands of enemy ships. "They outnumber us," one officer said. "By hundreds." Another said, "Our weapons cannot match theirs." Silence filled the room. Then someone asked, "Should we attack first?" All eyes turned to Hale. He closed his eyes. For a moment, he remembered old files, secret reports, hidden plans. Then he said softly, "No." Everyone stared. "No." A general repeated. Hale opened his eyes. "We do not fight. Not yet." The message shocked everyone. Earth did not attack. No missiles. No lasers. No warning shots. Nothing. The Zorvians watched from space. Admiral Krex frowned. "They do nothing?" he asked. "Yes, Admiral." The officer said. "No military response." Krex smiled. "They have given up." The first attack came without mercy. Zorvian ships fired energy beams. Cities burned. Power plants exploded. Hospitals collapsed. Millions screamed. Sky turned red. Smoke covered the sun. Families ran. Parents held children. People prayed. But the ships did not stop. In New York, a small boy held his sister's hand. "Will we die?" she asked. He did not answer. He did not know. In Tokyo, a doctor stayed in a broken hospital. He treated people without light, without rest. In Cairo, an old man stood on his roof. He looked at the burning sky and cried. Zorvian soldiers landed. They wore black armor. Their eyes glowed blue. They entered homes. They took prisoners. They showed no mercy. Anyone who resisted was killed. They called it population control. The galaxy called it war crimes. Some humans tried to fight. Old tanks, old planes, small ships. They were destroyed in seconds. Zorvian weapons were too strong, too fast, too advanced. Admiral Krex watched the destruction. "Beautiful," he said. "A perfect victory." But something felt strange. Humans were not begging. No surrender message came. No leaders asked for mercy. Silence. Only silence. Deep under the earth, far below cities, hidden from satellites. A door opened. It was made of dark metal. No symbol. No name. Inside was a secret base. Project Aegis. Few people knew about it. Even fewer had entered it. General Hale walked inside. With him were Dr. Elena Cross, a top scientist, Commander Jason Reed, Space Forces leader, and 10 silent guards. The doors closed. The world above burned. Below it was calm. A large screen turned on. It showed Earth from space. Fire everywhere. Reed clenched his fist. "We should fight," he said. "Now." Hale shook his head. "Not yet." Elena looked at him. "How many more must I?" she asked. Hale looked tired. "Too many already," he replied. "But if we move too soon, we lose everything." He walked to a locked case. He placed his hand on it. It opened. Inside was an old data crystal. "This," he said, "is why we waited." He placed it in a console. The screen changed. New images appeared. Unknown ships. Dark weapons. Strange symbols. "These are not ours," Reed said. "No," Hale replied. "They are human and not human." Elena stared. "What does that mean?" Hale spoke slowly. "Long ago, before humans reached space, we found something. An alien ruin, a lost civilization, far beyond us. They were destroyed, but their knowledge survived. The screen showed an ancient city in space. Broken towers, frozen ships. They were called Erinder," Hale said. "They fell in a great war. But before they died, they left their weapons," Reed whispered. "And we took them?" "No," Hale said. "We studied them. Carefully, slowly, for decades. We rebuilt them. We improved them." Elena's voice shook. "Are they ready?" Hale looked at Earth on fire. They were not. But now, we have no choice. Suddenly, alarms rang. A voice said, "Zorvian forces approaching underground sectors." "They found us," Reed said. "Impossible," Hale replied. "This base is invisible." Another voice, "Internal breach detected." On another screen, Zorvian soldiers appeared. They were inside tunnels, killing guards, moving fast. "They are coming," Elena said. Hale stood straight. "Then this is a turning point." He pressed a red button. Deep inside the planet, something moved. Something ancient. Something powerful. A machine older than human space travel. Lights turned on, one by one, like sleeping giants waking up. In space, Zorvian sensors detected something. "Admiral," an officer said, "energy levels rising from Earth." Krex frowned. "How?" Before anyone could answer, a hidden human base sent a signal. Short, strong, encrypted, 3 words only. "Phase 1 active." Krex's smile faded. "What is Phase 1?" he asked. No one answered, because no one knew. Far below Earth's surface, General Hale looked at his team. "This is it," he said. "The galaxy will change today." Elena whispered. "They woke the wrong species." The signal left Earth in silence. No sound, no light, but across space. It was heard in the Zorvian flagship. Warning alarms started again. Red lights flashed. Screens changed. Numbers jumped. Energy levels rose. Officer Vrax looked at his panel. "Admiral," he said slowly, "that signal, it is not normal." Krex turned. "Explain." "It is ancient," Vrax replied. "Not human, not known." Krex narrowed his eyes. "Humans cannot make ancient signals." "They did," Vrax said, "and they just used it." Krex felt something new. Not fear, but doubt, for the first time in his life. Below Earth's surface, Project Aegis was alive. Huge halls filled with light. Machines hummed. Screens floated in the air. Thousands of systems activated. Old systems. Hidden systems. Forbidden systems. General Hale stood in the center. Around him were his team. Engineers ran. Soldiers took positions. Robots moved silently. Dr. Elena Cross watched the main screen. "It is waking up," she whispered. Reed asked, "What exactly is it?" Hale answered, "Our second chance." Deep in the base, behind 7 locked doors, was the core chamber, a massive room. At its center floated a black crystal. It was not glass. Not metal, not stone. It was something else. Alive, old, watching. Elena looked at it. I still don't understand, she said. How did humans find this? Hale replied, by accident. 30 years ago, a human explorer ship reached deep space, far beyond maps, far beyond signals. They found a dead star system. No planets, no life, only ruins, floating in darkness. A lost civilization, the Arinder. Inside one ruin, humans found a crystal. It was sealed, protected, warning signs everywhere. But humans are curious. They opened it, and history changed. Back in the present, Elena said, so this thing's Arinder? No, Hale replied. It is their legacy. Their war mind. Reed looked shocked. A war mind? An artificial intelligence, Hale said, built to fight entire galaxies, to think faster than fleets, to predict wars, to control weapons. Elena stepped back. You mean we have been hiding a god of war? Hale looked serious. Yes, and we were afraid to use it. Suddenly, the crystal glowed, a soft blue light. A voice filled the room. Not loud, not soft, calm, cold, perfect. System online. Arinder war mind activated. Everyone froze. Identifying operators. Human species confirmed. Threat detected. Zorvian Empire. Probability of human extinction. 97.4%. Reed whispered, that's not good. Hale stepped forward. Can you help us? He asked. The voice replied. Question unnecessary. Protection protocol active. Beginning phase 2. Across the base, hidden hangars opened. Massive doors slid apart. Inside were ships. Not like human ships. Black, sharp, silent. No windows. No markings. Like shadows made of steel. Elena stared. We built these. Hale nodded, using Arinder designs. For 20 years. Without telling the world. Outside, in space, Zorvian patrol ships moved closer to Earth. They searched for the energy source. One small cruiser detected something. Admiral, a pilot said, unknown objects leaving Earth. Krex looked. How many? The pilot paused. 6. Only 6. Krex laughed. Send 10 ships. Destroy them. 10 Zorvian warships moved in. Weapons ready. They locked targets. Fired. Energy beams flew. But they missed. The human ships moved. Not fast. Instant. 1 second they were there. Next second, gone. Then, behind the Zorvians. 6 silent flashes. 10 Zorvian ships disappeared. No explosion. No wreckage. Nothing. Just empty space. On the flagship, the bridge went silent. Officer Vrax whispered, "They are gone." Krex shouted, "How?" No one answered. Back in Project Aegis, Reed watched the screen. They destroyed them without firing. Elena said, "They erased them." The war mind spoke. Enemy vessels neutralized. Energy cost minimal. Hale closed his eyes. "This is just the beginning," he said. The war mind continued. Enemy strategy predictable. They will respond with force. Recommended action. Psychological disruption. Reed asked, "What does that mean?" The AI replied, "Fear." Minutes later, across Zorvian space, something happened. Supply stations exploded. Communication relays failed. Navigation maps changed. Defense systems shut down. Not by attack, by control. Human code entered alien systems. Like a ghost. Like a virus. Like a storm. Zorvian commanders panicked. Our systems are hacked. Power is gone. We lost contact. Coordinates are wrong. Admiral Krex slammed his claw. This is impossible. Humans are not this advanced. Meanwhile, Hale stood before the crystal. "Can you show us everything?" he asked. "Yes," the war mind replied. The screen expanded. It showed the entire war. Every ship, every base, every weakness. Elena covered her mouth. "We can see their heart." Reed said, "We can end them." Hale stayed silent. Suddenly, a message arrived. A Zorvian transmission. Open channel. A shaky voice spoke. "This is Commander Reth. We request negotiation." "We did not know." Reed laughed. "Now they talk." Elena said softly, "After millions died." Hale looked at the message. No emotion. He replied, "This is not negotiation time. This is learning time." The channel closed. Deep in space, Krex watched reports. Losses everywhere. Systems broken. Fear spreading. His empire was shaking. He whispered, "They are not prey. They are hunters." Back on Earth, citizens still hid in ruins. Still cried. Still feared. But something changed. Phones worked again. Power returned. Sky cleared. Zorvian ships retreated slightly. A woman looked up. "They are leaving?" A man replied, "No, they are afraid." In Project Aegis, Hale addressed his team. "We are awake now," he said. "There is no going back. We fight smart. We fight controlled. We fight for justice." The war mind added, "Next phase ready. Target, Central Zorvian Command. Probability of success, 89%. Elena asked, "What about civilians?" "Minimized," the AI replied. "Unlike them." Hale nodded. "Begin phase 3. Far away, Admiral Krex stood alone. Stars outside his window. Empire breaking. Power fading. He whispered, "We made a mistake." And somewhere in deep space, 6 human shadow ships turned toward the enemy heart. Silent, deadly, unstoppable. Deep space was silent. No stars moved. No signal spoke. Only darkness. And inside that darkness, 6 human shadow ships traveled. No lights. No sound. No trace. Like ghosts, each ship was controlled by the Arinder war mind. Human pilots were inside, but they were not flying. They were watching, learning, preparing. Captain Ryan Cole sat in the main chair. He was young, but his eyes were old. He had lost his family in the first attack. Now, he had one purpose. Justice. A calm voice filled his ship. Approaching target. Zorvian Central Command in 12 minutes. Ryan closed his eyes. 12 minutes, he whispered. 12 minutes to change history. Behind him, Lieutenant Sarah Lynn checked systems. "All weapons ready," she said. "Stealth at maximum." Ryan nodded. "No mistakes," he replied. "One mistake, and Earth pays." Far away, in Zorvian territory, Central Command floated in space. A massive station, bigger than a city, covered in weapons, protected by fleets, shielded by energy walls. It was the heart of the Empire. Orders were born here. Deaths were decided here. Inside, commanders argued. Screens showed chaos. Lost ships, broken systems, silent bases. Commander Vesh shouted, "We are losing control." Another replied, "Find the human fleet. They are invisible." Admiral Krex entered. Slow, angry, tired. His empire was bleeding. "Silence," he said. Everyone stopped. "They used tricks." Krex said, "Machines. Old tech. But war is still war. We strike back." He turned to a screen. "Prepare planet burner fleet." Gasps filled the room. "That is forbidden," Vesh said. "It will kill billions." Krex answered coldly, "Fear is better than mercy." The planet burner fleet. A weapon group made to destroy worlds. Not armies. Not cities. Planets. Back in human space. Project Aegis received the signal. Elena read it. Her face went pale. "They activated planet burners," she said. Reed stood. "Which world?" Elena checked. "Earth." Silence fell. Hale whispered, "They want to erase us." The war mind spoke. "Counterstrike required. Strike must be immediate. Human strike team in position." Hale looked at the screen. "Ryan," he said softly, "finish this." On the shadow ship, Ryan heard Hale's voice. "Understood," he replied. Starting attack. The 6 ships moved. They spread out. like wolves around prey. Zorvian sensors showed nothing, no warning, no alarms, until it was too late. Ryan pressed a button. Phase Alpha, he said. Space bent. Light twisted. Reality shook. Human ships appeared inside the shield, inside the forbidden zone, inside the heart. Alarm screamed. Intruders! Inside perimeter. How? Zorvian defenses fired. Thousands of beams. But they passed through, like shooting shadows. Sarah whispered, "They can't lock us." Ryan smiled. Good. Human weapons activated. Not lasers. Not missiles. Waves. Invisible waves. They hit systems. Power failed. Shield dropped. Guns went silent. Central Command went dark. Inside, Zorvians panicked. We lost power. Navigation offline. Doors stuck. Ryan's voice was calm. Phase Beta. 6 ships fired energy threads. Thin lines of light. They cut through metal, through walls, through cores. Defense towers fell. Hangars collapsed. Weapon hubs melted. But Krex escaped. He ran to a private chamber. A hidden pod. Launch, he ordered. The pod flew away. Fast. Hidden. Sarah shouted, "Krex is escaping." Ryan clenched his jaw. Track him. The war mind replied. Target locked. Probability of escape, 12%. Ryan whispered, "Lower." He activated manual control. For the first time, the AI paused. Warning, manual override reduces success. "I know," Ryan replied, "but this is personal." He remembered his home. Burned. His sister. Gone. He chased. The shadow ship moved faster. Beyond limits. Beyond safety. The pod fired weapons. Ryan dodged. Missed death by meters. Sarah shouted, "Hull damage." Ryan replied, "Keep going." Finally, they caught up. The pod was cornered. No escape. Ryan opened channel. "Krex," he said, "do you remember Earth?" Silence. Then Krex replied, "Yes." "You burned it," Ryan said. "You laughed." "I lost everything." Krex answered quietly. "War requires sacrifice." Ryan's voice shook. "No, war requires humanity." He fired, not at the pod, at the engine. The pod stopped, drifted, alive, trapped, back at Central Command. The station was dying. Systems gone. Control lost. Commander surrendered. Some fled. Some cried. The planet burner fleet lost orders. They froze. Confused. Leaderless. On Earth, people watched. Zorvian ships stopped. Retreated. Disabled. A child asked, "Did we win?" A mother replied, "Not yet, but we are alive." Project Aegis. Elena smiled with tears. They did it. Reed exhaled. First strike successful. Hale stood. This was not revenge, he said. This was a message. The war mind added. Enemy command broken. Empire unstable. Civil war probability high. In deep space, Ryan's ship docked with a captured pod. Krex was taken. Alive. Weak. Silent. Ryan looked at him. "This is for every life you took," he said. "And every life you will never take again." Krex looked down. "I underestimated humans," he whispered. Far away, Zorvian worlds heard the news. Their heart was gone. Their leader captured. Their empire falling. But not all enemies were dead. Not all fleets surrendered. Not all hatred ended. In the shadows, new commanders rose. New plans formed. New weapons activated. War was not over. It had only changed. And the galaxy now knew one truth. Humans were no longer weak. They were awakened. The galaxy did not sleep. It watched every species, every world, every station. They watched one thing, the fall of the Zorvian Empire. News traveled faster than ships. Central Command destroyed. Admiral Krex captured. Human fleet undefeated. Fear spread. Hope spread. Confusion spread. On Earth, cities were still broken. Smoke still rose. People still cried for the dead. But now, they also looked at the stars. with new eyes. Project Aegis was full of activity. New ships were built. Old weapons were repaired. Soldiers trained day and night. General Hale stood before a giant screen. It showed hundreds of dots. Enemy fleets. Rebel fleets. Unknown fleets. This war is not over, he said. It is changing. Dr. Elena stepped closer. We broke their heart, she said, but the body is still alive. The war mind spoke. Zorvian Empire entering fragmentation phase. Power vacuum detected. High risk of extremist factions. Reed asked, meaning? New leaders. Hale replied, worse ones. Far away, on a hidden Zorvian base, a secret meeting took place. No flags. No empire symbols. Only darkness. 5 commanders sat in a circle. Their armor was black. Their faces were scarred. Their eyes burned with hate. Leader Zarn spoke. Krex was weak. He let emotions rule. He lost. Another said, humans humiliated us. They must pay. Zarn raised a crystal device. This is our answer. It was small, but inside it, a star was trapped. A dying star. Controlled. Weaponized. The Nova Core, Zarn said. With this, we destroy Earth. One shot. No defense. Back on Earth. A warning arrived. Not from Zorvians. From another species. The Valari Union. Their message. Extremist fleet detected. Nova-class weapon confirmed. Target, Earth. Elena read it twice. Then looked at Hale. They are coming with a planet killer. Silence. Then panic. Then action. All fleets mobilize. Hale ordered. Activate shield net. Prepare final defense. Around Earth. Hidden satellites activated. Energy fields formed. Human ships took positions. Thousands. For the first time. Citizens were moved underground. Emergency shelters opened. Children held parents. Parents held hope. A little girl asked her father, will they save us? He answered, yes, even though he was not sure. The war mind analyzed. Enemy fleet size, 3,400 ships. Nova Core active. Estimated impact. Total extinction. Reed whispered, that's too many. Hale replied, then we fight smarter. Meanwhile, Zarn's fleet moved. Like a storm. Black ships. Red lights. No mercy. Zarn watched Earth grow on screen. So small, he said. So fragile. Perfect. But something unexpected happened. One of his commanders spoke. Sir, human fleets are forming. Zarn laughed. They cannot stop a star. Back in human command. Elena found something. Wait, she said. The Nova Core is unstable. It needs constant balance. If we disturb it, Reed finished. It explodes. Hale nodded, like turning their weapon against them. He looked at Ryan. Volunteer mission. Ryan stood. I'm ready. 3 shadow ships were chosen. Ryan's, Sarah's, and 1 AI-only drone. Mission. Enter enemy fleet. Reach Nova Core ship. Disable balance system. Escape or die. They launched. No ceremony. No goodbye. Space battle began. Lasers crossed. Missiles flew. Ships exploded. Debris filled space. Earth's shield shook. Cracked. Held. Ryan's team slipped through chaos. Using stealth. Using speed. Using courage. Sarah's ship took damage. Left wing hit, she shouted. I'm still flying. Enemy fighters surrounded them. Ryan spun. Fired. Dodged. Sweated. Prayed. Finally, they saw it. The Nova Core ship. Huge. Glowing. Like a caged sun. Zarn watched. Incoming small units, he said. Destroy them. Hundreds of guns turned. The AI drone flew ahead. Sacrificed itself. It exploded. Blinded sensors. Now! Ryan shouted. They rushed in. Entered the core chamber. Inside, light burned. Heat screamed. Reality felt wrong. Machines struggled. Systems fought collapse. Sarah hacked. Balance control found. 30 seconds. Zarn realized. They aimed for the core. Stopped them. Security bots attacked. Ryan fought inside his suit. Laser blade. Energy shield. Blood. Pain. He was hit. Shoulder burned. But he moved. 10 seconds. Sarah cried. Zarn open channel. Human, he said. You will die for nothing. Ryan replied. No. We live for something. Sarah finished. Done. The core destabilized. Alarms roared. Energy went wild. War mind warned. Critical explosion imminent. Escape probability. 22%. Go! Ryan shouted. They fled. Barely. Ships burning. Engines failing. Behind them, the Nova core collapsed. A star died and was reborn. A white wave spread. Enemy ships vanished. Zarn screamed. Then silence. The extremist fleet was gone. Near Earth, the shockwave faded. Sky cleared. Silence returned. People stared. Alive. Saved. In Project Aegis, cheers broke. Tears fell. Hugs happened. Elena whispered, They did it! Hale closed his eyes. For now. Ryan's damaged ship limped home. Sarah was injured. Alive. Smiling. She said, We shocked the galaxy. Ryan replied, No. We reminded it who we are. Far away. Survivors spread the story. Humans destroyed a star. To save a world. Fear returned. Respect returned. Balance shifted. But one question remained. What will humans do with this power? And the galaxy waited for the final answer. The war did not end with noise. It ended with silence. After the Nova core exploded, space became quiet. No lasers. No screams. No alarms. Only stars. For the first time in months, the galaxy breathed. On Earth, people slowly came out of shelters. They looked at the sky. No enemy ships. No red lights. No fear. Children laughed again. Markets opened. Schools restarted. Cities began to rise. But scars remained. Burned lands. Broken homes. Empty chairs at dinner tables. General Hale stood on a balcony. He watched the sunrise. A new sunrise. He whispered, We survived. Behind him, Dr. Elena arrived. We received messages. She said, From all over the galaxy. She showed him the screen. Hundreds of signals. Different species. Different worlds. Same words. Thank you. We are safe because of you. Humans saved us. Hale sighed. We did not save everyone, he said. Elena replied softly. But we tried. Meanwhile, on a neutral station, in deep space, a historic meeting was planned. For the first time ever, all major species agreed to meet. Not for trade. Not for war. For peace. They called it the Galactic Assembly. Huge hall, floating in space. Walls of light. Seats for thousands. Aliens of every shape arrived. Tall, small, winged, metallic, energy beings. Humans arrived last. Simple ships. No weapons shown. No flags. Only calm. General Hale led the group. With Elena. With Reed. With Ryan. With Sarah. Whispers filled the hall. They are here. The planet killers. The star breakers. The guardians. Some feared them. Some respected them. Some hated them. At the center, a single platform rose. The speaker place. An old Valari leader spoke first. Today, he said, we stand because humans stood. Applause followed. Then a Zorvian representative walked forward. Not Krex. Another, older, broken. We were wrong, he said. Our empire chose cruelty. We lost everything. He bowed. To humans. Shock filled the hall. A conqueror bowing. Unthinkable. Then Hale walked forward. Silence fell. He looked around. At thousands of eyes. Thousands of minds. Thousands of fears. He spoke slowly. Humans did not fight for power. We fought for survival. We fought for justice. He paused. Our cities burned. Our children died. Our people suffered. Some aliens looked away, ashamed. But Hale continued, We chose not to become monsters. Reed watched, proud. Hale raised his voice. We could rule you. We could control you. We could destroy you. Gasps. Fear. But we will not. He pressed a button. A hologram appeared. A new document. The Galactic Protection Charter. Elena explained, no genocide. No planet burning. No civilian attacks. No war crimes. Any species that breaks this law. Ryan added, faces all of us. Together, the war mind symbol appeared, but faded, deactivated. Hale said, our greatest weapon will sleep, unless evil wakes it. Silence. Then one clap, then two, then hundreds, then thousands. The hall shook with applause. The galaxy accepted. A new law, a new balance. Weeks later, Krex was brought to Earth, not in chains, not in cages, in a simple room. Hale met him. One last time. Krex looked older, weaker, smaller. You won, Krex said. Why am I alive? Hale replied, because killing you is easy. Living with truth is harder. Krex lowered his head. On Earth, a memorial was built for all victims. Human, alien, unknown. Names covered the walls. Millions. Ryan stood before it, Sarah beside him. He touched one name. His sister's. She would be proud, Sarah said. Ryan nodded. I hope so. Elena returned to science. Not weapons. Healing. Terraforming. Medicine. Reed trained peace forces. Not armies. Protectors. The war mind was sealed. Hidden. Locked. Watched. Years passed. Earth changed. Space stations. Colonies. Green worlds. Trade routes. Friendships. Humans became teachers. Mediators. Builders. Children in other worlds learned. Humans once fought monsters and chose not to become them. One day, a young reporter asked Hale, do you regret waking that power? Hale thought, then answered, no, I regret that we had to. At sunset, Hale sat alone, watching stars. Same stars, different meaning. Elena joined him. The galaxy is stable, she said. For now. Hale smiled. For now is enough. Far away, in deep space, a forgotten ruin floated. Old, silent, Erinder. A light blinked. Once, then dark. History rested. And the galaxy remembered one truth. They attacked humans. They committed war crimes. They showed no mercy. And in return, they awakened protectors. Not conquerors. Not gods. Humans. Glowing star the end. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this content, make sure to subscribe to the channel and support us. It really helps us grow and bring more videos like this. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.